Hello, everybody, and it is now Thursday, and I'm here to give my update for this week as to my weigh-in and my progress, and then to give a little talk about some exercise, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But as far as my progress, been sticking with it. Again, still trying to do what I can to be healthy, make good choices, lose weight, of course. And last week, if you remember, I had a not so good weigh-in. The last week or the previous week, whatever, I had a big period of cheat meals, eating off plan, and that kind of messed me up. And on my last weigh-in a week ago, I had actually gained 1.8 pounds, at least in the numbers, whether I actually, gained, that weight or whether it was water weight or whatever the case was. On the scale anyway, the number had gone up almost 2 pounds. So that was, frustrating, disappointing, but I got back on track, which is what we talked about with cheat meals is, if you're gonna, have a cheat meal, if you're gonna treat yourself, do whatever, fine. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't, beat yourself up about it. Just, make sure in the next meal or the next day that you get back on track, and really get back on track. And that can be a challenging thing to do. I mean, it was hard for me. I did get back on track. And I've been mostly on track. I think this last week, I did have one specific cheat meal in a day, but it was only the one. And then, the very next, meal, I was back on track. And then there was one day, I may have, drank, more diet drinks than I wanted to drink. Snacked on some peanuts more than I probably should have, so on and so forth. All of that to say, but for the most part, I've been on track. I've, still been making good choices, still been sticking to plan, so on and so forth. And my weigh-in yesterday. So I did not get my video done yesterday. Sorry about that, but I'm doing it now. And my weigh-in yesterday, believe it or not, and I was surprised and I'm thankful, but it was a really good one. That yesterday I weighed in, and this last week I actually lost, and I lost 7.6 pounds. So 7.5 pounds I lost in this last week, and I was actually surprised because, I did have a cheat meal. I did snack on some peanuts more than I should have. Whatever. But sometimes, your body will surprise you when you think that maybe you shouldn't, lose as much weight. You actually do, and that's awesome. So this last week, I did lose 7.6 pounds, which now brings me down to 332.4. 332.4, which also brings me to a total loss of, I think it was like, oh man, what was it? I think my total weight loss now in 11 weeks is 57 pounds, 57.6 or 57.8. So I'm getting close to the total of 60 pounds lost, which will be awesome. But anyway, so that's how I'm doing real good. And this week, yesterday, I started real good. Today's been real good, and just sticking with it. And that's what it's about. Now, as far as exercise, just want to mention that for a minute. I've actually not been doing a lot of exercise right now. There have been a couple times that we've gone walking, but I've not really been doing that as much as I want to and need to. But with that said, we're nearing the end of April, and so for the month of May, I've actually I've downloaded an app on my phone, which is basically a workout app that you can do at home, exercises and things you can do at home for, helping get fit and losing weight. And so it's a 30-day program, if you want to call it that. So I'm going to try it out, but I'm going to start May 1st. And so I'm going to commit to, for the month of May, I'm going to commit to trying this app, this exercise plan, to see if it will also help me lose weight, and feel better, build up my strength as well and endurance. But I'm also gonna try to be walking. I'm not only gonna do these exercises, at home, but I'm also gonna try to get out maybe on, those days I'm supposed to exercise. Maybe I'm gonna, get out and, go walking as well. I've not really, decided exactly how I'm gonna do, but I do want to start actually incorporating more walking. And so gonna do that. So that's my plan. Exercise is good, but again, you got to find out what works for you. I'm really overweight. I've got some aches and pains. I've got a bad knee. I've got some other problems, and so I'm going to have to be careful with how I exercise. You do need to be careful with how you exercise because you don't want to injure yourself or overdo it. So I am going to try to be careful with that. But just find, something that works for you, even if it's just finding ways to be more active at first. Getting outside, doing chores at home, going just for walks. It doesn't even have to be intense walks at first. Just, get out and walk, get out, be active. That's what I've also tried to do. Get out and mow the yard, get out, I don't know, just find whatever works for you. Find apps on your phone. Go to a gym. I mean, by all means, if that's what interests you and you're able, go to a gym and start doing that. Maybe I can do that one day later down the road. Not right now. I'm going to try to start easy and whatever, but just, find what works for you, ease into it, and just stick with it. So adding exercise to your dieting, to your healthy eating, will also help your health and strength, your fitness, how you feel, and definitely losing weight as well. So that's my plan, and I hope that this is encouraging to you. If anybody has any questions or comments or whatever, feel free to leave those. And yeah, that's what I got for today. So doing good. Today's a good day. Good progress. So we'll do it again this week. Keep going. I'm not giving up. Got a long way to go. I still got a long way to go. But we'll get there one day at a time. All right. God bless you in your journey. Take care. Do your best. Remember, God loves you above all. And I love you. And we need to love each other. And we'll talk more about that maybe another day. So, all right. Take care. God bless.